Okay, we're going to
So you
Facebook right
you
now.
may be you may
So,
be on that don't read list.
so you got to do something spectacular to get in the, you know, get your status.
Okay, I believe we're here on Facebook now, and it's the Wednesday night open mic. We're virtual, and Bill Martin's our host tonight. Take it away, Bill.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our esteemed artists this evening. And thank you for joining us, both of you. And we are really happy to see you in the future someday as you see us either on Facebook or on YouTube, either in a few hours or a couple of days or maybe years. Who knows? I have a feeling, however, that when Blake leaves The Voice this year, there could be a lot of people just desperate for some place to go, and that's really where we come in. So we need to really be stepping up our game. When that void happens, we need to be able to fill it. And
It's
with
true.
that, to just show you how serious I am, I'm going to play a song. But before I do that, I'm going to give you guys a list of who's going when. Tonight we have me, since I'm the host, I start out. That's our traditional deal. It's my turn to host this week. So I'll play my song, and then Alan will play Alan's song, and then Harry will play Harry's song. Then Barbie, if she's through with her things she's working out with paperwork, she will be next doing one of her songs, and then Keith will do one of his songs, and then Ace will be doing one of his songs. So we have 6 people today, and I imagine at about 20 minutes apiece when it's all been said and done. We'll probably get about 4 turns, but we play it one person at a time, one song at a time. For those of you who've never seen this, which is probably highly unlikely, at least right now, maybe in the future. But anyway, enough of that. I think it's about time I uh, began to play. So I will play. This is song number 1 of my probably 4. For those of you who are taking notes, we are in the key of E. And I will also add that the guitar I'm using has got a G style chord, sort of. But since the singing I will be doing will be so, see, Alan's already leaving, so even our own artists do not find us interesting. That's okay. I'm just kidding. Anyway, for those of you guitar
I'm
players,
getting
this is
my tuner.
Alan is tuning. He's going to mute and then tune, and that's the plan. That is the plan. Yes, you will have to mute before I. Good for Alan. Look at that. Anyway, I am filibustering a little too much. Not really. It's only about a minute after 7, so we're doing really well. Um, this is the chord. It's kind of like a G style chord, but it's been dropped a full step and a half to accommodate my voice, which would be way too high. Even if it's not too high now, it's way too high when it's. Anyway, I've dropped the low E all the way down to B, and I've dropped the A all the way down to E, and this is another B, and this is another E, and this is a G sharp, and this is another B. And the G style tuning was the first open tuning I ever learned. I just had seen Leo Kottke open for Foghat back at Colorado State University when I was a lad. And I had an interest in open tuning. I'd never been exposed to it before. At any rate, a couple of months ago, a friend of mine, Garland, handed me this, what is it called? One of those metal type guitars, and it was tuned to an open G. And I started playing this, which was pretty much one of the first ideas I came up with when I discovered this G style open tuning. And with his encouragement, I decided to take this idea, which was stillborn, because I only had like a couple of lines, and then I never bothered to develop it. But after Garland's encouragement, I began to write it, and this is the stage that it is at right now. And as you all know, these things change. But here we are, and you guys are probably so tired of hearing this because I've been doing it a lot lately. Let's see. Anyway, here we go. Somehow I knew it was wrong, but Lord God, I tried and I failed. It's bringing me down. We didn't last very long. Our feelings were strong and unveiled. It's bringing me down. Lovers lost in time. Where's my lady? Was she ever mine? But she didn't know, and neither did I. Cuervo, gold, salt and lime. Thoughts unfolded as if by design. So where did it go? And who, what, or why? She didn't know, and neither did I. Lovers lost in time. Where's my lady? Was she ever mine? But she didn't know, and neither did I. We didn't know. that was my turn. And this brings us to, we're going to go with Alan next. We have a guest going under the name of M, who is muted and not on video. So.
Mysterious.
Magenta.
Oh.
Except the name says Z Bracket.
Ace. I just played. Alan will play. Harry will play. Barbie will play. Keith will play. Ace will play. And then you're next. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Alan Larson, please.
And I don't think I heard the weekly reminder to everybody. I almost forgot myself. But make sure your original sound is on.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so this song is called Z. I mean, it was called A Dream About You. Last night, I woke from a dream about you. Thunder and ice filled the air, a storm passing through. Someone was calling your name. All was different, but all was the same. Last night, I'm walking you home by the park. Stumble my way through the shadows in the dark. Wide awake before dawn, I'm thinking of days long gone. Last night, I'm chasing you down. It's 5 a.m. I'm staring at a photo of you. My lips whisper your name. Old feelings come again. I'm wondering where you are. Had another dream about you. Just one more passing through. Oh. Just another dream about you. Yeah. Oh. It was a dark and stormy night.
Dark and stormy night. That was Alan Larson, and as you can see, the world is beginning to tune in, and pretty soon we are going to be huge. So those of you who are viewing us now, you can say you knew us when. That brings us to Harry, and it's great to see you, Harry, and it's great to see you, Harry.
Okay.
In fact, Harry will be seen in this moment. Add spotlight. Now I have Harry and Alan.
There he is.
Now I have Harry.
How y'all doing?
Great. Nice to see you.
Okay. Here we go. Gonna play a song. I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. What fun we had beneath those city lights. But when the sun came up next day in Dallas, she said she saw Lubbock in my eyes. I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. Since then, how swiftly all the years went by. I bet you I'd have lived my life in Dallas if she hadn't seen Lubbock in my eyes. I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. What fun we had beneath those city lights. I bet you I'd have lived my life in Dallas if I hadn't had Lubbock in my eyes.
That was really nice.
Thank
You
you
got
very
a fan
much.
in the background. Hello. She just
Uh-oh, she shut the door.
Oh,
Her pronoun is
somebody
her.
walked in.
Her, she, her. Thank you.
That was Harry. I'm going to move on now to possibly Barbie. We'll see. We
I
shall
don't think
see.
so.
I don't think so. We're going to skip Barbie, and that brings us to Keith. Keith, here you are. Am I the only one manning the stuff here?
You're
Well,
here.
I've been doing it too.
Good. I'm as slow as molasses in January. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Dodson.
Okay. Whoops. All right, I've got the wrong song up. Oh. When you're trying to find rhyming words in Spanish, it's quite difficult when you don't really know the language. So,
Hoyo, Bolio.
yeah.
Let's
Oh,
see.
anyway, trying to get something that rhymes with dinero that would
Dinero.
refer to a lovely lady. But unfortunately, that O suffix is masculine, so I may have to find something else to put there. Anyway,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
get me back. There we are. This is, oh, wow.
Well,
Kate-
she
Kato's
dumped her
seven.
Sancho. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
That
Lamera.
probably wouldn't be a very good, that's probably not the vibe you're trying to establish in this song. though.
yeah. Anyway, I'll do this one. Okay, this is from Luke chapter 19, the first 9 verses. Well, I counted up the morning's take, put the scroll back on the shelf. I was doing good for Rome that day and very good for myself. But all throughout the marketplace there was a buzz of jubilee about a stranger in the town, came from Galilee. I asked someone, who is this man? What does he do? He said, taxman, you just go on home. This don't concern you. They say is a prophet sent to bring us all relief. It's nothing for collaborators, especially a thief. A feeling came on strong in me, just had to know. I searched until I saw the crowd gathered there in Jericho. Too short for seeing anything, I climbed up in a tree. And when I finally saw the man, he was staring straight at me. Zacchaeus, he shouted, come on down, I'm dining with you today. Gather your friends and take me to where you live. I'll tell you of my kingdom, I'll tell you of my way, how of your sins I will forgive. Now the crowd began to mutter about the words that they just heard. Hanging round with sinners and tax collectors is absurd. I told him after dinner, half my all I'll give the poor. And to all those I've cheated, I'll return to them times 4. Salvation comes into your house today, he said to me. For you too are a son of Abraham, it's plain to see. For the Son of Man came into this world to seek and save the lost. And later on at Calvary he died to pay the cost. Yeah, later on at Calvary he died to pay the cost.
Keith, that was great. Tell us more.
Well, that's I suppose I could start at verse 10, but I'm not sure what it says after that. But I just love taking stories from the Bibles and putting them to music.
Yeah. I've been listening to yeah, I love the Old Testament. I know that was from the New Testament, but we were talking about Abraham too.
Oh, yeah.
Bless those that bless you, and I will curse those that curse you.
There's a
That
lot of
tells
great
Abraham's
stories in the
descendants.
Old Testament. I'm
Boy,
trying to
howdy.
put some more of them to music. So.
Boy, howdy.
Now, I've been concerned there that I've plagiarized part of your melody from the meaning of the cross. So I hope it's not too close.
No, you did it so discreetly, I never noticed it. In fact, you've mentioned it, and I still don't notice it. So you're
Okay, good.
I heard that actually Corky Lang, the drummer for Mountain, came up with some lyrics that he thought were so close to us, the band song, that it was Mississippi Queen by Mountain.
Oh.
And the guy, no, you're fine. But whatever, I didn't.
I've heard some cases of artists where they've gone to other artists that, hey man, this is kind of close to what he did. And the other artist said, man, I love that. Go for it.
I mean, think of the opening line to Pretty Woman and see how close it is to Day Tripper.
Oh, yeah, Day Tripper.
I mean,
of course, there's the one thing is, I can't remember the name of the band, but the guy who wrote Woman and, what was the other song? He was plagiarizing himself, it sounded like. It was, Woman, oh, woman, do you have leaving? And I can't remember the other song.
Gary
but,
Puckett and the Union Gap.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other song would be, though. But
and I
yeah.
can't remember his biggest hit was the other song. And to me, it always sounded like the same song or a continuation. just vocally.
I heard a joke that the guy from AC/DC, there was a quote saying something like that. They've only put out one album 21 different times. And that's an absolute lie. We put out 22 albums. All right, Ace, you are next.
Well, you know, as writers, we all do tend to plagiarize ourselves. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, honestly, I can tell that I've been writing in a certain time of my life, not because of the information, but because of the chord changes that I'm using. But you know, you find a good thing, and you never know that next song might be really good. So what the hey? This song, as you may tell, I'm wearing my Pittsburgh Pirates shirt, which now is a sad remnant of what it used to be. But when I grew up, the Pirates were pretty fantastic, and it's getting to be the beginning of baseball season. So I thought I would do a couple of songs about the old hometown, about Pittsburgh. So the first one is called Our Hometowns. Our roots are as deep as the seams of coal that fire the dreams of our towns, our hometowns, our hometowns. It's tempered like steel and pounded like iron. We stand with our feet on the ground in our hometowns. Our hometowns. We're from Johnstown, Monroeville, and Butler, and Greensburg, McKeesport, Latrobe, Carnegie, and Pittsburgh. We're Hungarians and Africans, Jews and Poles, but our blood flows black and gold in our hometown. The blast furnace fires that ignited the rivers have died and the mines have shut down in our hometowns, our hometowns. A generation of jobs and family wages wavered, but the people kept on in our hometowns, our hometowns. They rebuilt the steel city while maintaining the old with a bit of the new and all of the soul. With more nurses and teachers than Braddock mill workers, our blood still black and gold in our hometown. While the little houses seem to hang on the hills, so many of the family members are gone from our hometowns, our hometowns. We're in London and Texas and probably Brazil, but on our hearts we will always hang on to our hometowns, our hometowns. We still root for the Steelers and all of our teams in the friendliest ballrooms that you've ever seen. With the Bucks in the summer and the Pens in the cold, we all bleed black and gold for our hometowns. Our roots are as deep as the seams of coal that fired the dreams of our towns and our hometowns, our hometowns, our hometown, our hometown. So hopefully the Pirates will do better this year. That's the nice thing about the beginning of any season. It's all possible, you know.
The beginning is a clean slate, huh? I guess my hometown is Denver, which has absolutely nothing to do with the next song I'm going to do. But the last song I did, over the last several months, I've been repetitively working over it and over it and over and over it. Whenever I needed to take a break, I would start noodling. And I started noodling, and I came up with this one, which you guys have heard considerably often lately. But this was kind of the thing that I thought I'd come up with, were kind of like a break from doing the other thing. So the words actually came together not too long after that. So the chord progression came first. Well, this is real simple. I like it. Anyway, these words came together rather quickly, relatively speaking, because sometimes it takes me decades and I'm still not finished. This song is about the rapture. Someday soon, but I don't know when, we'll be no longer where we've been. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Belief, oh shucks, oh shucks, oh shucks. Believers alive will be taken up, and those who remain will drink the cup. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. 7 whole years in the tribulation, the covenant broken in the nation. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, and they may see that salt and light is gone. Knees will bow and tongues confess, Jesus is Lord, be cursed or blessed. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. 7 whole years in the tribulation, they'll drink the cup of indignation. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, they may see that salt and light is gone. And that's what happens when you forget the lyrics to the second verse. And you know you got to play poker. You know everybody knows you have to play poker, but you're not going to stop. You know you're pretending you know what you're doing. You know you all know. But that's what happens. Anyway, let's move me off the spotlight and take me to Alan.
Here I am. You know, I could probably tilt down a tad. Maybe, or sit up taller or something. Anyway, let's talk about a revolution or something. Well, I heard today the latest communique. Can be no missing the man's intentions, where his ambition lay. Cold wind blows across the bay, darkened clouds descend, and deep in the forest, down by the river, tree twist and bend. Well, alright, okay, nobody's getting away. Be no more sitting, getting no opposition when the truth is getting in the way. Cold wind blows across the bay, breaks into a squall. Deep in the forest, down by the river, tree begins to fall. Well, alright, okay, nobody getting away. Well, alright, okay, someone's gonna have to pay. With all this corruption and all this deception, will not bring justice today. And out in the streets, the talk is loud. A man steps from the crowd. Tomorrow morning, just a little past sunrise, planning on a little surprise. And deep in the forest, bolt of lightning, and a tree comes tumbling down. Mistakes were made.
I can't relate. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was good, Ellen.
All right.
We have Harry next.
I'm in, I think.
Let Barb go.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
We can
I'll
have
go after
Barbie now.
Harry. That's right. That's good. No, that's good. I forgot. I'm after Harry.
Harry, Barbie. Okay.
Yeah.
Harry, you're next. And Barbie, you're after that. And I will take
Okay.
note of this.
Okay, there's
Okay,
Harry.
Harry.
Okay, I named this song "Old Soldiers Never Die," but in parentheses, Uncle Bill. So it goes like this. Now the whistling is a harmonica part when I really do it, but I'm lazy in that. There wasn't much I'd ever seen. Knee holes in my jeans. To me, Uncle Bill had seen it all. Purple Heart, war as hell. Stories I begged him to tell. Filled my head with dreams I still recall. The Navy gave him steak and eggs. He lost every egg he ate. He was in that first wave. He was there's only one of three made it off of that LCV. God damn that boat, bless the USA. He hit that beach a-running. He was only 17. Explosions in the water. Machine guns on the beach. Falling by the thousands to keep this country free. Old soldiers never die. Tear rolling from his eye. Now those young GIs were only human. The world soon forgot their names. But the boys like me who remember those old soldiers won't ever fade away. North Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan. Whole world is going up in flames. You can sing this song 10,000 times. Different words, different rhymes. Last two lines will always be the same. He hit that beach a-running. He was only 17. Never knew what hit him. Woke up in Walter Reed. Drank too much, got left behind by the only girl he loved. Old soldiers never die. Is that right, Uncle Bill? Tear rolling from his eye. Uncle Bill.
Since you're such a good whistler, it's good to exploit that anyway.
Well, that was my first musical instrument, probably is whistling. You know, a lot of people used to whistle, and I think I learned to whistle before I learned to do anything, as far as musically.
I still can't whistle.
I bet you could if you tried.
I don't know what it is, but I'm one of those few I assume that can't whistle.
What I never could really do though was make it sound like a bird. You know, some guys could whistle, make it sound like a bird.
Yeah.
You know, make it warble. I can't do that.
Well, you can carry a tune really well on that. I
Thank you.
like people who can whistle. This brings us to Barbie. Barbie, are you ready?
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Oh no. Uh-oh. Looks like we're gonna put you on the spot then.
Can you hear me okay? Everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I was trying to set up just now and I turned on the ring light and it booted the Scarlet thing off the deal.
How weird.
I know it's not even connected. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it is. Yeah, I don't know. It might be connected by a UBS thing or something. I don't know. I have to figure that out.
Wow. I have a ring light too, and it's never interfered. I don't know.
The first time it's happened.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I never did get what I was trying to get done. It's like I got, all that signed up and everything, and then my browser was.
Your original sound is on or off?
It's probably off. Let me look at it. It's off. Okay, thank you. So,
All right.
I've been so busy all day trying to do DSA stuff. Do my Bonnie and Clyde song. Wait a minute. I got to get this stuff out of the way here. Papers on the piano. I don't like to see that. You've heard the story of Jesse James, of how he lived and he died. But if you're still in need of some outlaw deeds, there's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Now Bonnie and Clyde and the Barrow Gang were said to be worth their weight in lead. Oh, they'd rob and steal, but those who'd squeal were usually found dying or dead. Well, you can't believe the fake news. Oh, the gang wasn't so ruthless as that. Now their nature was raw. They hated the law. Stool, pigeons, spotters, and rats. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Doodle doodle, what'll they do? On a wild ride, needing a place to hide. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. They were called cold-blooded killers. It was said they were heartless and mean. But Bonnie said with pride that she once knew Clyde when he was honest, upright, and clean. But the law fooled around, kept taking him down and locking him up in a cell, till he said to Bonnie, I'll never be free, so I'll meet a few of them in hell. A newsboy said to his associate, oh, I wish old Clyde would get jumped, 'cause in these awful hard times we'd make a few dimes if 5 or 6 cops would get bumped. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Doodle doodle, what'll they do? On a wild ride, needing a place to hide. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Some people have suffered from heartbreak, from weariness. Some people have died. But take it all in all, our troubles are small compared to Bonnie and Clyde. If a copper was bumped in Big D and they had no clue or guide, if they couldn't find a fiend, they just wiped their slate clean and blamed it on Bonnie and Clyde. There were 2 crimes in the U.S. of A, not credited to the Barrow mob. Well, they had no hand, the Kansas City Depot job. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Doodle doodle, what'll they do? On a walk ride, needing a place to hide. That's the story When the Times went to press with the crime report, Clyde called Bonnie one day. He said, now don't start any fights. We ain't working nights. We're joining the NRA. From over in Irving to the West Dallas Viaduct was known as the Great Divide, where women were kin and men were men, and they didn't stool on Bonnie and Clyde. If they tried to act like honest citizens and rent them a cozy little flat, about the third night they were invited to fight by a sub-gun's rat-a-tat-tat. They didn't think they were too tough or desperate. They knew that the law always wins. They'd been shot at before, but they could not ignore death is the wages of sin. Oh yeah, oh yeah, doodle doodle, what'll they do? On a wall ride, needing a place to hide. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Well, the road was winding and so dimly lit, there were no highway signs to guide. But they made up their minds, if all the roads were blind, they wouldn't give up till they died. And the road got dimmer and dimmer, so dark you could hardly see. But they fight man to man and do all they can, for they know they can never be free. And in the end, they went down together, but they weren't buried side by side. To few there was grief, to the law a relief. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. All right, thank you so much, audience. Thank you so much. I love that big audience out there. Hello, everybody.
Right. They like you. I guess I'm just going to move on to Keith. Keith? You-
Helps if I unmute. All right. This is my pouring out of my soul and reaching out to the human condition song. All around this great big world, we all love barbecue. In every land a different style, let's just name a few. Now the Germans grill their bratwurst, Virginians smoke their ham. In Canada they roast wild game, while Greeks kebab their lamb. A shrimp on the Barbie in the land down under. And here in Texas brisket just fills our hearts with wonder. But in the District of Columbia, prepare your knife and fork, 'cause in our nation's capital, they specialize in pork. Well, let's all go down to that DC joint where the Congress gathers, and pork is the point. A tasty little tidbit couldn't get much dearer. The secret of the flavors in the smoke and mirrors. The elephants love it, the donkeys too. Yeah, they all want a great big piece of pork to chew. And when the Washingtonians enjoy their barbecue, pork is the point. Now a gentleman from Ohio wants to build a dam. He grabs a great big pork chop and he shares with Senator Sam. A rep from Alaska needs a new bridge. It's just a little pork loin she pulls out of the fridge. And a senator wants a stadium in sunny Tennessee. Well, these short ribs have no backbone. neither does he. Well, let's all go down to that DC joint where the Congress gathers and pork is the point. A tasty little tidbit couldn't get much dearer. The secret of the flavors in the smoke and mirrors. The elephants love it, the donkeys too. Yeah, they all want a great big piece of pork to chew. And when the Washingtonians enjoy their barbecue, pork is the point. Now this obsession with the pig must be some psychosis. All we can do is hope and pray they all get trichinosis. Well, let's all go down to that DC joint where the Congress gathers and pork is the point. A tasty little tidbit couldn't get much dearer. The secret of the flavors in the smoke and mirrors. The elephants love it, the donkeys too. Yeah, they all want a great big piece of pork to chew. And when the Washingtonians enjoy their barbecue, pork is the point. Yes, sir. Pork is the point. Let's save our bacon. Pork is the point. I'm Keith Dodson, and I have approved this message.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it reminds me of the old joke. You don't like to see how politics works. It's the same as seeing how sausage is made.
Yes, and that brings them both together right there.
Yeah. Ace, you're next.
And this has nothing to do with anything I'm going to do, but I just have to tell this story that after finishing one of my Marine Corps marathons, we were celebrating with dinner at a place called Hogs on the Hill, which was a rib joint on Capitol Hill. So I always think of the place when I hear that song from Keith. Well, the next one is actually Harry knows some of this story because I sent him CC'd him some stuff. This is a song that I wrote back in 78, 79, 80 maybe. Yeah, I recorded it 80 at the latest. And this is about a place in Dora, Missouri called Roy's Store. And at the time it was
in Roy City. Roy City.
No, it's in Dora, damn it.
Okay.
Officially, it's in Dora. It says so
mind.
it says so on the because, and I know because I looked up Roy's Store. I re-recorded the song because I know that Harry likes the song, and I listened to it and I thought, wouldn't that be cool in a different way? So I re-recorded it because it always recorded originally as bluegrass, and I decided to record it differently. So I'm not as fast as I used to be. And so I found on Facebook Roy's Store in Dora, Missouri, and looked it up, and they had an email, and I sent the guy an email, and I sent the place an email, and I sent him the song. I said, you guys might be amused by this, and I used to live there, and so it's written, I knew Paul Roy and all that stuff. And the guy sent me the great letter back. It turns out, he was trying to revive because Roy's was an institution, and apparently about the early 2000s, his family sold out. And they met by some city slicker from Kansas City. You know about those? Yeah, I've heard about them. But and he kind of drove it to the ground and renamed it. So this guy brought it, and he's trying to bring it back to what it was. And so he was delighted to hear the song. But anyway, that's the intro. But this is the newer version of Roy's Store. Well, he's got almost everything. Well, they've got almost everything. Get yourself down to Roy's store in Dora. They've got almost everything. Well, Roy's is a special place. Paul would greet you with a smile on his face. They've got so much that you want all the time. Just be sure to save some room for a piece of pie. 'Cause they've got almost everything. They've got almost everything. Get yourself down to Roy's store in Dora. They've got almost everything. Well, if you want some overalls or some paint and plaster for your walls, or if you need to feed your goat, or get your wife a brand new coat, well, he's got almost everything. They've got almost everything. Get yourself down to Roy's store in Dora, 'cause they've got almost everything. Well, get yourself down to Roy's store in Dora. If he hasn't got it there, you know they've got it on order. They've got almost everything. They've got almost everything. Well, get yourself down to Roy's store in Dora. They've got almost everything. Almost got that last run. I used to play better bluegrass.
At my hometown, that we called it the Mercantile. It was very old building. It had everything. You even get an ice cream cone too. All on it was cold.
Yeah, I tried to outguess him sometimes, and he would always, give me the totally straight face, like, I was out for. It was great. It was great.
I bet he had black diamond strings.
Yeah, he did. He did. Because I was playing guitar, though. Well, of course, I was playing guitar this day. Wonderful man, Paul Orr. Maybe he remembered in happiness and peace.
Good song. I love that. That'll make you some money someday.
Someday.
Yeah. Well, I guess they got quiet, didn't they?
Who is it? Whose turn is it?
I guess I'm a little slow on the draw here.
Oh.
Hi,
He was
everybody.
mesmerized by our conversation. That's what.
Yeah, I don't want to. If we're on a flow, by all means, we want to let it go. This song came to me in a fever dream. You've heard me tell the story a zillion times. It happened sometime between 1985 and 1992. I know that because that's when I was working at Fair Oaks Service Center, and I know that that's when I got this idea. It's something I would not come up with on my own, I'm sure. The words came together pretty quickly, relatively speaking, but the chord progression has taken forever, and I'm still just about the time I think I've got the last two verses right. And I'm certain that this is the definitive version. I'll listen back to it later and say, nope, that wasn't it either. So I don't think I've ever played this the same. Well, I have played it the same way twice, but I'm not certain that playing it twice that way was the right way to do it. At any rate, I'm going to play this one. It takes place in the Old West. It's a gritty story about sin and redemption. Three older men and I went riding with intent to kill. The West was still untamed as yet, and there was blood to spill. They chose their victims carefully, those that deserved to die. Three came to make the women hurt, I came to make them cry. Three whole years we rode the desert, seeking what we could find. Fighting tricks the heat can play upon the weary mind. Then one day we pulled into a God-forsaken town. By the trough she stood, and there my memory reeled around. Faintly though familiar was she, God, was she the one? I looked into her dark brown eyes and realized what I'd done. Suddenly my blood turned out the corner of my eye, revealed a gunman standing there with time warned me to die. I could have been a dead man after all I'd done, why not? I don't remember clearly, all I know is no one shot. Later on they took me in and bandaged all my fears. They told me that they'd prayed for me in spite of bitter tears. They said they'd always known someday our paths would cross again. I never knew such love before, especially from them. Sunday morning never was another day for me, but something different happened there. Forgiveness set me free. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. After that, my life was never quite the same again. I understood the blood atonement and the price for sin. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross.
Yeah. You know, Bill, when I hear that song, I think about the story. There was some psychopath that took over an Amish school and ended up killing several of the girls and boys there at the school. And the first thing the Amish group, when they got together, was they said, "We forgive this man." And it just startles me that the first thing they thought of when they were in that situation was forgiveness.
Yeah, that's supernatural. That's beyond the human's ability to do without the Holy Spirit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Alan, I think you might be next. Should we introduce ourselves to Joaquin? Joaquin, welcome to our DSA songwriters. Someone else came in earlier and left. I guess we may not have been outgoing enough. But Joaquin, if you'd like to let us see and hear you, or at least say hello to us, you're more than welcome to join us.
How's it going? I'm trying to figure out how to use Zoom. I haven't used it in a while, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, our song order, or our person order, will be Alan, who is right here, right now, who you see, and then Harry, Barbie, Keith, and Ace, and then you will be after that, after Ace. Ace is right there. At any rate, that should give you enough time to do that. The only thing I can think of to do is to remember original sound for musicians should read on. And I bet you probably got everything else. But with no further ado, I will introduce Alan Larson.
Okay, thank you. And I, as I indicated earlier, I need to leave here early, so I'm going to do one more quick song. I think I've got a song that lasts a minute. You might have heard it before. I got 1 minute left for one more song. I'm telling you, this tune can't be too long. Better pick up the pace. I know a blue-haired teen with a ukulele probably is gonna take my place. Now there's half a minute left to finish and persuade someone to hire me for a gig where I actually get paid. There's a girl up front and I want to impress her, but there's so little time and so much pressure. But oh, it's too late now, because look, here comes the hook.
All right, Alan, with no further ado, we should let you go. But I will have to say this. She could have seen you on TV tonight.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting messages. I'm not sure if this new open mic is quitting at 8:30 or 9:30. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Well, good luck.
Anyway, we'll find out. We can always go to the other one down the street.
Okay. Well, y'all
Hey,
have a
good
great
luck.
evening together.
Congratulations on having a date.
I don't know if date is the right word for it, but she's a
It
good friend.
sounds like a date to me.
Yeah.
I'd call it a date. Yeah.
A date.
It's a girl.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Have a good night, Alan.
All right. Good night.
Yeah, Bill, when you do that song that you did, I don't know why, but I think of that. I think I told you I think of that Woody Guthrie song, "Range of the Buffalo," and I went back and listened to it, and they're not anything alike. And, but there was something about the mood.
I think I looked that up, but I'm going to write that down again. Ranger of the Buffalo.
Range, the range of the buffalo. It's about these boys. They get hired by this buffalo hunter to go to Mexico and kill buffalo, and he's going to pay them all this money and all that stuff. And he doesn't. He refuses to pay them, so they kill him and leave him on the range of the buffalo. It's all in a minor key. It's a great song, Range of the Buffalo.
I'm going to have to look that up again.
Yeah, but anyway, I like those kind of songs. And I think of Barb when I play this song because she told me she saw this ghost out there at White Rock Lake. We'll get her to tell the story when this song's over. Lother Road was dark and crooked. The moon was in the trees. I saw her in my headlight. She was looking straight at me. I stopped try and help her do anything I could do. Her sheer white dress was dripping wet, moss was on her shoes. Have you heard a story about that haunted place? The story of the girl they call the Lady of White Rock Lake. She said, my boat turned over. Give me a ride, sir, if you will. I live with my father up on top of Teepee Hill. Her voice began to falter. I helped her with the door. Halfway to the top was just a puddle on the floor. Have you heard the story about that haunted place? The story of the girl they call the Lady of White Rock Lake. At the top I saw a mansion. A man was standing there. I told him what had happened. A cold chill filled the air. He said, son, I had a daughter. Is this some kind of joke? You're the third guy to say he's seen her since she drowned 3 weeks ago. Have you heard the story about that haunted place? The story of the girl they call the Lady of White Rock Lake. Now this story is a strange one. Some facts they just don't jive. No girl has drowned in White Rock Lake since 1945. I googled up that spot exactly where she said she lived. Ain't nothing but a graveyard up on top of Teepee Hill. Okay, Barb, you said
Oh, Harry, my story isn't as good as yours.
Yeah, but you said you saw the real thing.
Well, yeah, when I was a kid. As
Yeah.
a teenager, we were riding around White Rock Lake, and, we saw her cross the road in front of us.
Did she kind of like float across, or did she walk across, or what'd she do?
Well, it was kind of a drip across.
Kind of a drip across, okay.
And she had a white dress on.
Well, white dress. Well, anyway, that's my song. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. I do. All righty, I'm going to do. I'll do a song that Rio King and I wrote together in a DSA meeting one time. Blowing cold upon my back. Its icy teeth are biting like a mad dog pack. I know I had it coming. Here we go again. I'm so numb from stumbling. Don't even feel the rain. I bet it's out there somewhere in a fancy Cadillac. He found his new tomorrow, never looking back. I know I had it coming, but first step of 12 and do a lot of praying to climb that ladder out of hell. A brand new day is coming. I'll get that demon tamed. I'm so numb from stumbling, don't even feel the rain.
Beautiful.
It needs guitar in it so bad. It's hard to hear a blues song without a guitar.
What is that walk down? I know it goes to a C major. Is that going to a B minor on the next da ba 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 ba?
Oh, on the walk
Yeah.
down starts. It's just a
Or is it C fifth, C5 kind of thing?
no. It's half steps down.
Okay. So it's
Half
all octaves, just the C note?
There's no octave. It's just C, half steps. C, 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 B, 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 B
So
flat,
it's
B.
not a chord,
A.
it's just the notes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
playing the note. Now, you're talking about the turnaround, right?
Yeah, right.
Because the hook on it at the end is a C chord, and then don't even feel G to rain to A,
Okay.
and then the turnaround. And I'm just playing an octave.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's all right. I guess it's to me next here.
Are you next, Keith? I guess you're next.
Well, I saw him in the morning down in Reynolds Square, playing the flute for the people gathered there. Nothing really fancy, twinkle, twinkle, little star, like 3 blind mice for tips in his jar. Now,
Somebody
this
else is
old
playing
man,
with
he
you.
was a sight.
I think somebody else is playing with you and it's not muted. There we go. Okay, go.
Well, this old man, he was a sight to see. He looked like famous Amos sitting under the tree on an old park bench from morning till noon, throwing popcorn to the pigeons in between each tune. Well, he's got his sheet music on an old folding stand. It's just all him, he ain't got no band. Some of the tourists seem to laugh at his art. Well, he's not a virtuoso, but he plays from his heart. Well, I laid down $2, my chains from breakfast. He said, "Where you from?" I said, "I'm from Texas." Well, then he asked, "Is this your first time here?" I said, "No, I come to see you about twice a year." Well, now that ain't exactly true. I go there to see my daughter and watch the big ships a floating down on the water. I go to Leopold's for ice cream if I can, but it really warms my heart when I see the old man. So if you're ever in Savannah, check out the tourist scene. If your doctor will let you, go eat with Paula Deen. Go to the museums and the clubs if you dare, but be sure to see the old man playing flute in Reynolds Square. Almost went to a different key for Twinkle Twinkle, but it came out there in the end finally.
Okay, Keith, I am going to remove you and replace you with Ace.
Incredible.
I know, I'm amazed at myself even.
All right, well, thank you, sir. I'm going to do a song that was written as an inspiration to the discussion with one of our esteemed colleagues and friends, Mr. Bobby Montgomery. We were talking to he loves Texas waltzes, and he was talking about Texas waltzes, and I got thinking about Texas waltzes. And when you're a songwriter and you get thinking about something, this is what happens. Let's crank this a little bit. Just another waltz for Texas. Just another twirl round the floor. Just another waltz for Texas. You know, there's always time for one more. The click of the heels scrapes the polished wood floors as bright sweeping skirts catch the eye. Our hearts fill the room with a crescendo of love that drifts across the broad Texas sky. We'll keep our heads up as we move to the music and gaze into each other's eyes. Just another waltz for Texas. Just another twirl around the floor. Just another waltz for Texas. You know there's always time for one more. When the rhythm of the music seems to sweep up your heart, and the sweet harmonies sweep and fall, let's extend this night just a little bit longer. Another waltz around Texas, y'all. Just another waltz for Texas. Just another twirl around the floor. Just another waltz for Texas. You know there's always time for one more. You know there's always time for one more. There, little Texas waltz for you. Oh, the crowd digs it. Fantastic. I knew it was a Texas crowd immediately, so play to the audience, right?
Yep.
You know, it's 800 miles or so across Texas, I think. Take a long time to waltz.
Imagine
It'd be
how
fun with the right person. It'd be fun.
Oh yeah,
Fun,
yeah, but imagine how tired Ernest Tubb was by the time he got to Nashville. My Lord, you know, he'd already
At
waltzed
least he
across
wasn't
Texas.
trying to polka across.
Has it been written? Has it been written? I ask you. You know.
I call it first.
that-
First dibs.
Yeah, absolutely. No, unless you know who would have done. I bet who did that. Who are those crazy guys who do rock and polka? They're wonderful. They're up here. Oh Lord, I can't think of their name, but they're wonderful. I'm sure they've thought of that already.
Brave combo.
Brave combo. Thank you.
Hey, there was a salesman up in Chicago. He was down in El Paso calling on people, and he called the home office, and they said, "Wait, we got something over in Texarkana we want you to cover. So while you're down there, why don't you run over and talk to them?" And he said, "Why don't you do it? You're closer than I am." That's true. Texarkana's closer to Chicago than El Paso is to Texarkana. That's just an aside. It had nothing to do with anything.
San Diego is closer to El Paso than Texarkana.
I believe it.
Man, it's like geography class here. It's incredible.
And now geography for 200. It's the daily double.
If you want good Mexican food and you're down in Matamoros, you got to go to San Antonio. That's what the waiter told me down there one time.
I've had some damn good Mexican food in San Antonio. I'll say
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway,
Mitiera is a really good place to eat over there in San Antonio.
where?
Mitiera restaurant, Mitiera restaurant.
Where is that?
Yeah, that rings. Yeah.
It's in
They're-
Market
they're
Square.
they're in the Market
Yeah.
Square.
Yep.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yep.
And wonderful strolling musicians. If you got a few bucks, well, more than a few bucks in your pocket.
Yeah.
I always have them play Quizás, Quizás, Quizás,
Oh yeah.
because they
That's
always
classic.
get asked for La Bamba and San Antonio Rose, so they like it
Oh,
when
yeah.
you get something different.
Well,
It's Bill's
Joaquin,
turn.
are you ready to go?
Yeah. Speaking of Mexican food, so I played in front of a crowd about 15 years since I was in music school. So pretty nervous right now. So I'm gonna play a song that I played. It's a Spanish song, so anybody minds. That Spanish. I write both English and Spanish. It's like the oldest song I've written, so it's easier to play for me.
Where do you live, Joaquin?
I live in Waco, Texas right now.
Waco. Okay.
Yep.
Waco.
Yeah.
Billy Joe Shaver.
Yeah.
Yep.
How did
Right.
you find us?
Where? How?
Yeah.
I think it was on. I'm also. I do like. I go down to Austin to see a bunch of shows, and I think I've been to one of the Austin Music Association meetups. So that's how I found this group. So
Okay.
Glad to have you. Can
Welcome.
you turn your video on, or do you not
Yeah.
have a camera?
I sure can. Let's try to figure out how that goes. All right. That work?
Well, it went black, but it's.
No. I
It-
have.
we're getting a video signal because it's allowing me to add the spotlight.
Yeah, I'm putting replay spotlight, but I've still got Ace here. So where
Yeah.
did you go?
that's
Yeah,
good.
I am not sure how this works.
Okay.
Well, okay, you can be the masked singer tonight then.
Oh, there it is. There he is.
Really?
Okay.
Well, no, now it went back to
No.
you there, Bill.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I'll be hornswaggled. I suppose we could do like a gallery thing and you could be the masked singer and the rest of us could just be reacting to your song.
Okay.
He needs
about
he needs to
that?
go to his video.
Yeah, stop video. Click right next to the mute button.
All right. Let's.
Oh,
Hmm.
Yeah, I clicked
Not
on
like
start.
me.
I see him. He's down there.
I
Somebody's
clicked on
down there.
start
No, it's not
video.
him. No, it's not.
Hmm.
Let me try.
Wait, there's some settings. If you go to your can you see a little camcorder in your lower left-hand screen?
Yeah.
Joaquin? And there's a little arrow beside it. If you click that arrow, it'll give you a pop-up menu. You see that?
Yeah, I clicked on it and it's.
And there should be a setting there for your camera. It may be checked on the wrong camera.
It says HP wide vision HD and then choose virtual background of video settings.
Yeah, video settings.
Yeah, I'm not sure where to go after this.
Well, can you see your picture there? Is it black? The screen
It's
black?
same thing. It's black.
Okay, now down below that it says camera, and there's a little box with some options. You see that?
Yeah.
If you click that little arrow there and see how many options you got, try one of the other options. Nothing.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I can't seem to figure this out. I might have to take a tutorial. on how to
What?
do
Yeah. Well, just sing us the song.
Yeah.
We'll
In
imagine
the
what you look
meantime, go
like.
ahead and play for
Yeah.
us.
it. Okay.
Do any of us know how to put the rest of us on gallery, or what should we do? Just leave it blank, or what?
I think if you want gallery, that has to be something that you select at your own
Yeah.
personal station.
The host does
Okay,
that.
I
Also
just did
make-
that. Okay, we are on gallery, and you are behind the curtain. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Joaquin.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, before you start, be
Yeah.
sure read in the upper left-hand corner original sound for musicians on.
He may
you
need to
don't-
enable that. Harry can talk him through that.
Yeah, I don't even see that either.
Huh.
It's got to be enabled before you see it. What
Oh.
you need to do is go to your where it says mute in the lower left-hand corner
Uh-huh.
and do the up arrow there and go to audio settings.
So I get select a microphone.
Right, but go to audio settings.
Oh, there we
Are
go.
you on a Mac? Are you on a PC? Or are you using your phone?
I'm on my laptop.
Is it a PC or a Mac?
It is a PC.
Okay, then I'll help you through that because Harry's got a Mac. So if you go to audio settings,
Okay, I'm there.
all right, and if you come down and it says under audio profile,
Oh, I see it.
so, click original sound for musicians, and
Okay.
then make sure you click echo cancellation. Make sure that's highlighted blue.
Okay.
All right, now you can close that window. And now when you roll across your screen in the upper left-hand corner, there ought to be a thing that says original sound for musicians off. Do you see it there? Right
Yep.
next. Okay. Click it so it says on.
Okay.
And what that is Zoom thinks your guitar is background noise and it's trying to mute it. So when you turn this on, it's not going to mute your guitar out, and we'll get to hear you better.
Okay. Cool.
So, all right, let's hear it.
All right. Thank you. Estuve pensando hoy de ti. ¿Qué estás haciendo por ahí? Duele saberlo. Vives tu vida y yo sin amor. Tú te vas, quedaré yo. Rodaré, me dirás que no. Y es que yo vivo en cuestión de tu ser. No te imaginas que se siente perder. No, tú no, Can't believe I got through that.
Okay. Do you use a interface like a Focusrite or anything like that, or was that directly just you and your laptop?
That was just me and my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um, Did it say original sound for musicians on while you were playing that, or
Yes.
it did say original sound for musicians on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was the sound kind of strange, or was it?
It was. In
A
fact,
little bit, but
it
not as much as when he had his original sound off. So it might be the mic on the laptop that's doing
Yeah,
it.
I have a really old laptop, so
Okay.
uh,
Well, anyway, what we heard, we enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Keith, this may be your opportunity to get a little foreign language question in on
Oh.
Joaquin. You needed lyrics, words to match what
Well,
word?
yeah, I'm actually working. I'm working on a songwriting challenge for a group in Louisville, and the subject is Cinco de Mayo. And
Okay.
my Spanish is very limited, and I was trying to find a word that rhymes with mayo, or excuse me, rhymes with dinero.
Oh,
Uh,
that's a good
yeah,
one.
yeah, but I'm trying to. So what I've got now is I just need some dinero, so I can
Sombrero.
get my reparacio, which is my understanding is repair. It's about a guy whose truck is broken down. He's trying to
Okay.
get back to his girl by Cinco de Mayo. But I originally said, or she'll find some other gallo, but I know that means rooster. So
Hey, but that's actually Gallo's also. It almost sounds like to me that's a reference. That's a reference because some
a
people
term of
use that.
endearment, could it
Uh,
be?
it's a term of endearment from another suitor. So that'd work good.
Oh,
Yep.
oh, great!
Yep.
I was doing that, and I thought that doesn't really work, but that's great.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, that's used a lot. That's used a lot in a lot of Spanish songs.
Oh, great! I
Especially
would
like
love to learn Spanish,
yeah.
but the problem is I'm not good at languages, but I don't want to just learn how to speak it. I want to learn the nuances to be able to use it poetically. So,
Yeah, I struggled quite a bit, but in college I took a whole year of Spanish, and
uh-huh.
it was challenging, but it really elevated my vocabulary.
Well, that's great. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm retired. Maybe I should do that. I've got time
yeah,
on my hands now.
yeah.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem.
All right.
Shall we see if we can get through one more round?
Yeah, I'm going to skip my turn because the only one I was thinking of playing was something you guys have heard a trillion times anyway.
We'd like to
So
hear it again.
Would like to hear you.
I'll play it faster than usual. How about that?
Okay. Double time.
I
Two
just made
four.
that up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can make it. She's got a heart as big as Texas, with troubles like the Alamo. Somewhere she's drawn away from some tiny little bar in Colorado. Sweet Mary Lou, can I tell you how very proud I am of you? You're trying so hard to quit, and I know it isn't all that easy to do. Please don't cry, I'm a sucker for tears. It hurts me when you do it, it resurrects all my fears. 'Cause you can bet your bottom dollar I'll be there when you holler. Baby, this is real, and since it's real, then it will last. Please don't believe true love isn't love. Baby, this won't just pass. Oh, sweet Mary Lou, when are you going to stop and think about the gift God gave to you? you going to? Stop and think about where life is headed to. Oh, sweet Mary Lou, where are you going to? Stop and think about what life could mean to you. For you. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That brings us to Harry. Harry, you're next.
Okay, think Macaulay Culkins, the actor, remember? It's called Latchkey Lover Blues. I got the key to my girlfriend's front door locked. Been working all day, 5:30. Walk up to her door, let myself in. Deja vu all over again. I'm home alone, latchkey lover blues. I'm home alone, latchkey lover blues. Ain't seen my honey since Sunday afternoon. She's pretty as a peach, sweet as wine. Problem is she's working till 9. I'm home alone, latchkey lover blues. I'm home alone, latchkey lover blues. Ain't seen my honey since Sunday afternoon. She's pretty as a peach, sweet as wine. Wish she'd get home early sometime. I'm home alone, latchkey lover blues. Well, I'm a red-blooded boy, she's dynamite. What more can I say? I can't wait till she gets home. Loves these blues away. Hey, hey, I'm home alone, latchkey lover blues. Ain't seen my honey since Sunday afternoon. She's pretty as a peach, sweet as wine. Hormones working overtime. I'm home alone, latchkey lover blues. I'm home alone, latchkey lover blues. I'm home alone, latchkey lover blues. Honey, I'm home. Been a while since I did that. Latchkey lover blues. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, we are going to go directly to Barbie.
Barbie.
All alone in the chapel, surrounded by a crowd of my friends and family, stands a man forsaken with a heart that is breaking since he first found out about me. For only a day, just to give me away, he's my something borrowed and blue. dance floor. She was his girl for a month or more of kisses and dances till 2. Then he left her without knowing about the seed that was growing into the girl here before you. For only a day, just to give me away, he's my something borrowed and blue. We walked down the aisle before us, wedding march in chorus. After all of this time, it was worth it to find the dad I never knew. For only a day, just to give me away, he's my something borrowed and blue.
All right, I guess it's to me. And this is one of my old favorites. However, I put it to the critique at the last meeting, and they made the suggestion that I go to the 5 chord on the chorus, so this will be my first attempt playing it that way. They also suggested I go somewhere else on the bridge, but I haven't figured that one out yet. So bridge is going to stay also starting on the 5 chord, so let's see how this works. Rattlesnake Rita was a cattleman's daughter. She danced with a rattler that she found near Sweetwater, a-strutting the stages of the great Lone Star State. But dancing with a diamondback is a dancing with fate. Now dance, Rita, dance. You know it seems such a strange circumstance. Oh, you look so demure with your reptile de jour, but you're taking a terrible chance. Yes, you're taking a terrible chance. Now Dimebox Danny fell in love with sweet Rita, saw her on the stage, well he just had to meet her. He stood at the stage door that very same night. When Rita saw Danny, it was love at first sight. Now sway, Rita, sway. Yes, it looks like true love's come your way. But a serpent gets jealous when you're out with other fellas. He could come back and bite you someday. Yes, he'll come back and bite you someday. And the stars in the West Texas sky smiled down on the love now rising like a new butterfly. Oh, they strolled down the lane, but that viper was quicker, wrapped round Rita's leg just to try and to trip her. Rita, she stumbled, she fell on her fanny, and as she went down, that old snake bit poor Danny. Now cry, Rita, cry. Oh, dear Lord, don't let poor Danny die. But that toxic old venom, well, it was already in him. He was bound for the sweet by and by. Yes, he's gone to the sweet by and by. Well, that is the end of my tragic little story. Rita's in mourning, Danny's gone to glory. And as for the Ophidian, the people did dread. Well, they grabbed that slimy varmint and they cut off his head. Now learn, Rita, learn. These toxic relationships burn. You know it's all black and white with companions that can bite. Some bridges you just have to burn. Oh, rattlesnake Rita, some bridges you just have to burn. Okay, any comments on the changes would be appreciated.
I can't think of anything, but I noticed that there were some changes. You go to the 4 chord instead of staying in the 1. You muted, aren't you?
Yeah, I went to the 4 chord on the chorus thingy. That Joe Milton suggested that, and it does kind of separate the chorus from the verses. I know Barbie doesn't like having different words for the different choruses, but I really think it kind of works in this situation. So now he also told me to go somewhere else completely on the bridge, and I start the bridge on the 4 chord as well. So I'm not really sure what to do there, but I'll figure something out. I haven't really worked on that part.
You know, while you're experimenting with stuff, you might try modulating, like on one of the last verses.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I used to do that. I would modulate because my harmonica wouldn't fit the song, and sometimes it works good. You got to modulate up to the harmonica.
That's a neat idea. It's kind of weird. I thought about it, but normally I think of a modulation as where things are kind of climaxing and getting exciting, whereas really the end's kind of a downer.
Well, that's a perfect song for it, though, because you're in C and you can go to D real easy.
Well, yeah. So I'll give it a try. Can't hurt to experiment.
That's what we're about. We're experimenters. Yeah.
Okay.
Keith, if you're going to the 4 chord on the chorus, you might try going to the 5 chord on the bridge.
Okay.
And see what happens there.
I was thinking of the 5 chord or maybe the 6, but the 6 I couldn't get the transition to work out.
Yeah. Just try the 5, it might work.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Cool. Very cool.
Ace is still with us.
Absolutely.
Okay, you got to have a 30-minute song. Or 30-second song, I mean. 30-second song.
I'm just going to do a real... All right, I'll do this one. Oh, actually, I don't really have a 30-second song. I'm just going to do this song, and if it runs a little late, that's what I'm going to do. Sweet summer evening with the family I love, the soft fade of sunlight when the stars wake up above, listening to the warbling of a lone wide-winged dove. That's all I really need. Dinner with our friends at the usual place, laughing with the boys when they get on my case, seeing a big smile enliven your face. That's all I really need. That's all I really need. The rest is just decoration, extra joys and celebration. Wherever life may lead, that's all I really need. The simplest joys are the brightest joys. They brighten the footsteps of life. The The most precious facets of my world are the puppies and my wife. That's all I really need. The rest is just decoration, extra joys and celebration. Wherever life may lead, that's all I need. So just hug a little closer before we go to bed. Kneel and pet Muffin, pat Bentley on his head. Stopping to appreciate the life we have led. That's all I really need. I'm sorry, I just felt like doing that song, so I just
I'm glad you
apologies for running over time.
I'm glad you did. I don't think you're that far over. My clock says, what, 3 or 4 minutes after 9.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any... Yeah, we're going to be... The FCAA is going to take us off the air, I guess.
Thank you, my friends. A good evening indeed.
Well,
That's one more.
Joaquin...
Can you do it?
No, I'm fine. No, we're good. It's just after 9. I for the next time, I guess.
Next week, come earlier, man.
Are you
We'll
sure?
see- look forward to seeing you.
Sure you
Yeah.
don't want to do a little goodbye song?
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
enjoying listening to all the really good music. So.
Well, it's good to meet you. I'm glad that you
Yes.
came and joined us. It was
Yeah,
fun
thank
to
you.
hear your song, and I hope you'll come back.
Please join
Yeah.
us regularly.
Yeah,
We'll see if we
don't
can
feel
figure out the
returning.
camera thing.
Definitely. Next time, y'all be able to see me. So,
All right, we're here every
Awesome.
Wednesday.
all right.
Yeah, in case I would suggest maybe if you wanted to come on about 10, 15 minutes earlier, we might be able to. Harry and Barbie are both really good, and I know, and Keith is obviously really good. But we might be able to help out with stuff. But we're
Okay.
really glad you came, and we hope you come back.
All right, definitely.
All right, everybody want to push that little red button, and we will say good night.
Adios.
Good night.
Adios.